Hi, this is Gina Hardin with Liberty Grows. A few years ago, I heard a teaching by Catherine Dang entitled Why Socialism Will Never Work. And I just wanted to share with you a little bit about what I learned and why I think she's such an amazing teacher. So why will socialism never work? You know, right now we have Bernie Sanders, who calls himself a democratic socialist, and he's gaining on Hillary, and in some places doing better than her. And so there's a very real possibility that he could become the next president of America. America, do you want a socialist or even a democratic socialist for your president? Socialism has an altruistic intent. It promises to close the gap between rich and poor and end material inequality. But can it really do that? Socialism's policies are taxation and tyrannical tactics. Socialism denies the individual his inalienable rights protected by the Constitution. The right to life is a separate and distinct existence. You see, the Bible teaches us the principle of individuality, that we are all individuals, that we are unique, that God created us unique, and that every life matters. But in socialism, you only matter as a part of a group. The pursuit of happiness, you know, we've heard about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Well, the pursuit of happiness means that you have the right to go out and to choose your own job and to enjoy the fruits of your labor without it being stolen from you. Government gives out stolen money, okay? It uses coercion to get you to do what it wants, to give to the poor. And coercion is evil. You can't use evil to achieve good ends. You either have the private market doing good or you have government. The redistribution of wealth is really the redistribution of poverty. Okay, and so how do we undo socialism in America? Because we know it's been growing and growing, and there's 4 things I want to share with you on how to undo socialism in America. First of all, we need to reduce taxes, and especially federal taxes. Secondly, there never should be an income tax. Secondly, we need to reduce regulations that hinder businesses from thriving and being productive. We need to lift those regulatory burdens. Third, we need to take back individual responsibility. Take responsibility for our own actions and not blame our group. Fourth and finally, strengthen local self-government. State sovereignty has become weak in recent times, and it's time for the states to stand up against the overreach of federal power. Instead of having all of these income taxes from the IRS, it's better that we have local taxes that can use the money for the town, for courts, roads, schools, care of the poor, formation of for your clerk, magistrates, the treasurer. You know, there's oftentimes people debate or they get angry if you say that this is a Christian nation. Well, when we say this is a Christian nation, it doesn't have anything to do with how many Christians are in the nation or whether we act like a Christian nation, but it's rather referring to the Christian form of government. And there's 3 things that make our form of government, our Republican form of government, Christian. First of all, the principle of representation. Secondly, the separation of powers between the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. And finally, the dual form of government we have. We have state government and our federal government. And these are the 3 things that make this a Christian government, or Christian form of government. We will not reestablish Christian character or restore liberty through external political action, but through teaching people to reason from biblical governmental principles. You know, there's really 2 reasons why I am doing these videos. To teach 2 things, and this is what I teach my children. Self-government, Christian self-government, which means we're governed internally, through the government of God internally. And secondly, biblical reasoning, that we look to the Bible as the authority and the reason for all we do.